There's no better time to find out what Mazda can offer you than right now. Get 0.9% financing for 60 months on the new 24 Mazda CX-50, named an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Award winner. Save thousands on your new Mazda right now at Team Mazda on Airline.
We're doing some show and tell this morning here. Look at,
we're on the air.
We sure are. Welcome to 90s Now.
Coffee.
Oh, you admit it now. You blamed it on Matt
He
just
did.
about 30 seconds ago.
I tried to blame it on Matt, but he drinks black, and this is clearly not black coffee. So hang on a second. What is this?
All right. Is that a glass cleaner?
Countertop magic. Countertop magic. This is not a countertop, but let's see if it performs magic.
Make it
hang on a
shiny.
second.
I'm glad you're cleaning up your mess, though. Taking ownership of it and saying, look, this is what you do.
That's after Matt
now
called
that
me
viewers
out.
are watching.
All right, there we go. How's that? Very
Much
good.
better. I think better
All
than
right,
the
carry
original.
on, boys and girls. Carry on. Go ahead.
You going to refill that cup?
Tidying up, and I'm going to go refill. Very good. There you go.
What the hell just happened?
A lot just happened.
Yes.
In the last minute or so. Just know that it's cleaned up his mess. He's like, you done with your
Is Sideshow Bob done yet?
Right, yeah.
You talk to him after, Steve. I don't know. He may have a bigger show coming up.
Sideshow Bob's funny.
That's a good point.
Just he may spill coffee on you. Careful.
I know, right?
He may spill it
There's
right
enough
on
in
you.
there to make a mess.
Yeah, there is.
Right? Which is the story of Johnny's life. I got enough in me to make a mess. It just writes itself. Oh, he's going to come out here with a broom.
I'm telling you.
And put it places.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so here comes. Sun's up.
Yes.
Getting ready for a warm day. Getting ready, though, for maybe kind of what happened yesterday. Is it the system going to make it down again?
Yeah, we're hoping not a repeat, but look, the potential is there for a few strong storms to return later on. Right now, obviously, plenty of sunshine, so we're doing okay locally at this moment. That's our Sky 9 view brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake, looking over downtown. And temperatures near and north of the interstates have been pretty close to normal to start out this morning, upper 60s to low 70s. Pretty muggy, though, south of I-10 with mid to upper 70s. Homa, 79. Patterson right now at 77. So our first alert radar network shows locally we're all dry. Keeping an eye on a band of showers and a few storms. Alexandria back into southeast Texas. Most of that energy looks like it's directed a little bit west of us. We'll keep an eye on this boundary here through the morning. Thinking not going to see too much from that. However, there's still some more energy up here in the northeast Texas, and eventually this will drop south and probably pivot off to the east later on today, leading to some additional storms. So the HRRR doing a decent job of initializing what we have right now. Let's give you a look at what it says going forward. So that's 9 o'clock, still has it mainly dry locally, and shows a few showers and storms along that leading boundary, not too much. Now, I wouldn't be surprised see a little more rain by lunchtime than what it has, but the latest runs of the HRRR now kind of transitioning more to the idea that energy over Texas heading our way mid to late afternoon, producing more in the way of storms. So we'll keep an eye on that. That might be a little later arrival than what I was initially thinking. The key takeaway is it does look like good rain chances return later on today. So through mid to late morning for most of us, not too much happening. Scattered storms possible by lunchtime. I do have highs today into the low 90s. And then your afternoon rain chances hitting about 60%. So as I was mentioning again today, there could be a few strong storms in the mix. Storm Prediction Center does have a 1 out of 5 marginal risk of severe weather posted for a decent chunk of the area. Damaging winds would be the greatest concern. This is pretty healthy disturbance that's dropping south. So you'll know where the storms are, but if you look closely, the twist that's kind of with that upper air disturbance near the Oklahoma-Arkansas border, that's going to be dropping in our direction here through the day. So even though things are weakening right now as some of that upper level energy kind of meets up with daytime heating, that should be enough to spark good rain chances. 60% today, we'll go 50% tomorrow, so another pretty good rain chance tomorrow. And then it's noticeably drier by the weekend. Rain chances 20% or less Friday through Sunday. With that, the trade-off this time of year, it's going to heat up. Highs in the mid-90s Friday through Sunday. By early next week, we think our scattered storms return, and with that, temperatures back closer to normal in the low 90s. Time right now, 7:07 with a check on the roads. Here's John.
One more quick update on Highway 70. It's all open now. We had a crash blocking the westbound side from between Highway 22 and Highway 3125. That was headed toward the Sunshine Bridge. All of that's been cleaned up. All lanes are open now. So I was talking to Nikki Thomas yesterday. She owns Veganish Vibes, great restaurant right off of College on Bennington. She comes in from the North Shore on I-12 through Denham, and I told her, I said, I guess you're happy now that school's out with lighter traffic. And she goes, are you crazy? Are you nuts? She goes, it still backs up from Juban all the way in. And I'm like, does it really? Yeah, Nikki, you were right. Right past Juban is where we start to see brake lights right there coming into the Baton Rouge area. So thank you for the heads up. 7:07, more of 9 News this morning right here on our 9 News Now update. Some headlines you might have missed this morning. Matt and Liz coming up next.
At 7:09, I'll get you caught up on some of the headlines we're following for you this morning. And actually, one of them happened last night, a shooting along Spanish Town Road in Baton Rouge. It's a shooting that has turned deadly, Liz.
As you woke up, we sent that alert to your phone with that major update here. BRPD letting us know the victim is 29-year-old Ronisha Truvion. We're told that she was actually shot and killed after she and a family member were confronting people breaking into vehicles. Matt, you hear about the situation. We followed something similar in Zachary just last week or 2 weeks ago here, but they're trying to find tips. They really need folks to call this in.
So make that phone call, right? You can do 911, you can do individual department, or you know very well it's anonymous at Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP. Maybe the way to go if you have any information. Actually, let's see, which one did we just skip ahead to?
The silver alert.
Well, we just went right by that a second ago, but this is now that the action in Central, that crash at Central, Liz, this left 3 dead and 2 others hurt in this crash. You know where this is, kind of near Wax Road, Greenwell Springs?
Yeah, off of Magnolia Bridge Road. Yeah. A crazy scene that we followed here since yesterday. We've reached out to the Central Police Department, also to the coroner's office to find out the identities of the victims involved here. But crash scene investigators, Matt, they're still trying to figure out how this happened here. So if you happen to be driving around at that time, maybe you saw something that can help the investigators kind of piece together this investigation, please call that into Crime Stoppers as well. Or you can also call Central PD.
Absolutely. Hey, we want to make sure that we do give you eventually here, if we can. We're able to do that silver alert. There it is. You see her right there? 79-year-old Jane Bergeron. Now, Louisiana State Police issuing this alert on behalf of the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office. She's out of Geismar, Liz.
Yeah, we've learned that she may be driving this around, a 2015 Honda Accord. So it's really important to note here, the license plate, ZCR 935. We've learned a new detail here. They say that the license plate is surrounded by a Team Honda kind of border.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So keep that in your mind here as you make your way around. If you see something that fits the description of this woman or that vehicle, go ahead and call 911.
Okay, a few things going on that we want to make sure that you know about. Rotary Club wise. You know how we talk about Baton Rouge Rotary all the time? Well, St. George could potentially be obviously up and coming here. St. George is going to have a Rotary, but Baton Rouge Rotary Club is actually meeting, and they're going to be talking about some Baton Rouge Fire Department issues.
The chief, Michael Kimblin, will be speaking there today. It starts at noon, taking place at Drusilla Place Catering. Again, this is the Baton Rouge Rotary Club that will be meeting today first. This is the Baton Rouge Fire Chief. This meeting, it's happening at Drusilla Place Catering, Matt.
St. George is having their Rotary Club. Here you see it. They're going to be over at Portobello's on Jones Creek, the Portobello's Jones Creek version of it. You got the interim mayor there, Dustin Yates, is going to be talking. So this is kind of the beginning of their platform as they begin to roll these out as well. Begins at 11:45, so a couple of options for you if you want to kind of get in the know from city to future city. Baton Rouge to St. George.
That's it. We're following a lot of headlines for you today, including the weather. We're keeping an eye on how those line of storms is doing. In the last 2 hours, we've been keeping our eyes on power outages, Matt. Entergy, or poweroutage.us, tracking some Entergy and Demco outages here. So we follow that line of storms, Matt, moving in from the northwest, and you can see that evident in northwest Louisiana, where you're seeing the bulk of those outages right now. In our viewing area, you see where Louisiana skirts that border with Mississippi, St. Helena, East and West Feliciana, Tangipahoa Parish. We're seeing some of those outages.
Is that still it's almost 3,000 still in Tangi?
Yeah, it was about 3,000, 3,200. So it's kind of going back and forth between 2,500 and 3,200.
St. Helena's way down. At about 4:30 this morning, that was about 1,200 or so. It's down below 200 now. And to your point, the Feliciana's got a few under themselves. EBR, Ascension, Livingston, a couple hundred apiece, that kind of thing. Ascension actually less than 100. But that's what they're dealing with after the storms from yesterday. So what about the potential for today? This is the Futurecast that Steve's been talking about. We're getting ready for maybe another little round of showers coming our way.
And we want to remind you that morning drive here, we're looking good through the morning hours, but a really good reminder to download the WAFB weather app. All week long, every day we've had those rain chances, and Steve, it's been pivotal to get those updates as it's moving into my neighborhood. I know, so I can put a thunder vest on my dog because he sure hates storms.
Look, I got to talk to you about the thunder vest because about 5 o'clock yesterday, one of our 3 was on me doing the shaking, you know. But definitely keep our app handy. Not only do you have radar on there, keep you updated. I posted a video, 6:45 should get an alert. But if you get heavy rain nearby, if you get lightning nearby, as long as you have those alerts toggled on, that'll let you know. So if you're kind of out and busy, maybe outside, it'll give you the heads up that that stuff's getting close.
Man, it's such a pivotal resource to have right there on your phone. It's a free resource at that. Cool to follow along, especially as we get into the thick of hurricane season.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know, right? Here we are. Here we are.
I know.
You know, they're getting ready for all that fun too. My daughter, my oldest, is back from school, and she was getting ready. She's like, yeah, I'm thinking about asking a couple friends to go to the pool. And this was probably about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And the first thing I said is, check the First Alert weather app. We may have a little issue before you get out to that pool. And sure enough, she's like, well, maybe I'll put that off to tomorrow. Actually, sweetie, you may not be doing that today either. So, well, you know, it's a great resource.
But one thing, keep in mind, these aren't all day rains. No, there's some windows, so that's why it is important. Just kind of track it.
There you are. There you are. Can we come to your pool?
That
was
He's getting ready. He's like, you keep leaving me for coffee.
You can. But right now, after vacation, it's a little green.
Oh, work on that. We'll wait on us.
If you're ready for a do-it-all vehicle with smooth handling and smart interior styling, look no further than the new 2024 Honda CR-V. Once again named a Car and Driver's 10 Best Trucks and SUV list. Come save on your new CR-V right now at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.